or visit nagrajhomes.com. You're listening to Real Estate Roundup. Real Estate Roundup with Realtor Nagraj Annaya every Sunday from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. PST on Bolly 92.3 FM.
Namaskar, Bay Area. I'm Vijay Lakshmi, and you've tuned into Real Estate Roundup, brought to you by nagrajhomes.com, your one stop for all things real estate. Each week, I talk to the founder of nagrajhomes.com, that's Nagraj Annaya, your trusted Bay Area realtor, helping you navigate every aspect of Bay Area real estate with an eye on current issues, trends, and what's hot and happening in the market. We also want to hear directly from you. So call in to get in on this conversation with your thoughts, your observations, your questions, and clarifications all about real estate, whether that's buying, selling, renting, or investing in a home. And of course, we are coming to you live on Bolly 92.3 FM. Studio lines are now open at 408-912-5038. That's 408-912-5038, and keep those questions coming in because we love to hear from you. And Nagraj always makes it his mission to really educate you, whether you are a client or not. He wants you to go into this field totally well equipped, to handle everything that real estate journey throws at you. And with that, let me welcome Nagraj. Nagraj, welcome. Happy Sunday. Happy Ugadi.
హలో విజయలక్ష్మి, హలో బేరియా, హ్యాపీ సండే. అందరికీ ఉగాది సంవత్సర శుభాకాంక్షలు. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಉಗಾದಿ ಹಬ್ಬದ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. Happy Ugadi to everybody. If you have any questions on the Bay Area real estate, this is a time we can talk about. And if you have bought a house today, I think Vijay Lakshmi, let's have a different question on the floor, right? Today,
Okay.
right? Like,
Yeah.
if you have bought a house recently or sold a house, are you going through a buyer's or a seller's remorse? What it is? If it is sold, can you share? Uh, what do you think about buyer's remorse? Like, if you guys are facing it, maybe you bought higher or you maybe like sold lower, and you're going through it. Do give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 408-912-5038.
Yeah. So that's the question on the floor, folks. If you've just bought a home, are you having, second thoughts about it? And like Nagraj mentioned, like buyer's remorse. And why is that? Or are you feeling gung-ho and good about really getting into becoming a homeowner? So we'd like to hear from you your thoughts on that. That again, the number 408-912-5038. And for that, and any other question that's on your mind, if you've gone through this experience of home buying or maybe home selling, and you came away with some takeaways, we'd love to get in on that as well. So Nagraj, AI is now all the buzz everywhere you look, right? And especially here in the Bay Area. So what are your thoughts on uh, the AI really impacting jobs in the Bay Area, and then as a result, really impinging on real estate as well? Are you seeing any kind of mass exodus out of the Bay Area?
That's a great question, Vijay Lakshmi. I think, see, right now we are seeing the other way around. Okay, what we are seeing in because of the AI thing, the new engineers or the new set of batch who's coming in with experience of AI and the ML, machine learning things, right? They're getting paid more.
Mm-hmm.
Due to since they're getting paid more, the house prices are going up.
Ah, okay.
Okay, there's a one more thing is happening is around is like basically would or kind of basically companies like Cisco and some of the companies, even the Apple had some layoffs thing. Right? I think recently there are 600 people they laid off.
Yeah,
Okay,
this week.
so
Mm-hmm.
so the people who in around like basically getting laid off or also is there, but the people who are in the AI and ML stuffs like machine learning stuffs, they are getting paid higher than the regular engineers.
Oh,
Since they're
and the regular, tech jobs anyway pay so well.
I
And
think
so now,
minimum base pay we are looking around is a 200 to 220K is around in the base pays wise for
wow.
AI and machine learnings. Even the
Huh.
beginner engineers gets around close to a 200K. Okay, that's a new engineers or like maybe a few couple of years of experience in the AI and ML. That's what they're getting paid in. That's just a base pay. So
Mm.
there would be on top of it would be an RSUs, it would be on top of it an ESPP, right?
Yeah.
Employee stock purchase. So all that it is coming down close to a 300 or a 400, depends on the employer they're working in.
Mm.
So that will contribute to a increase in the purchase prices or increase in the home values right now. Okay, but we are not seeing an exodus, and the people who have lost the jobs also, for them it is like, if they are not in, I think let's talk about two things: the job lost, who are job lost, right? One is the H1B employees.
Yeah.
The employees need to leave the countries, I think maybe 60 days. I think they have something like that. They need to find a job, or they need to find a basically move out and do the other stuff. That's what we had discussed last week, also last Friday
Mm-hmm.
in our immigration segment. We had discussed it. But if you're already a citizen, or like you already stay in, you are already locked in with a lower interest rate. Okay.
Yeah.
Since you are already locked in an interest rate, I think number of homes getting sold or coming up into the inventory are very difficult right now.
Yes.
So we
Mm-hmm.
don't expect more homes coming up still,
Mm.
unless, I keep saying this, unless the Fed decides or the state decides, like, because anybody sells their homes, anything more than 500K profit, they are going to pay taxes for that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
If you have bought a house 10 years back, right?
Yeah.
Minimum they're going to make close to 700, 800K, depends on which area they have bought in.
Yeah.
So they're going to pay the taxes for that. Unless the Fed comes up and say, like, maybe you're like 55-year-old, 57-year-old, no need to pay a taxes, like similar to your 1031 exchange. In
Mm.
case of a 1031 exchange, you can basically buy the other property. No need to pay the taxes for your investment properties.
Mm-hmm.
Business,
Okay.
if it's like basically, if it's a new terms for you, a 1031 exchange, and you want to understand more on the how is the Bay Area real estate happening, or you are one of the buyer and a seller and you have any questions on it, you can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 408-912-5038. And you are one of the AI engineer and would like to share about your
Yeah.
experiences around, you can give us a call. But our question on
Abs-
the floor is, if you had bought a house recently, are you going through any buyer's remorse? Or if you have sold a house and you think maybe I could have bought it in a better, I would have sold in a better time. If you can give us a call and you can share your thoughts. Our studio line numbers are 408-912-50.
5038. Yeah, we're talking about everything that's hot, happening, trending in the Bay Area today. And if that is impacting you, if whatever we're talking about resonating with you, we'd love to really have you voice your thoughts here on our platform on Bolly 92.3 FM. So call in with whatever's on your mind, real estate wise, that is 408-912-5038. And of course, whether you are a first time home buyer or an empty nester looking to downsize, Nagraj Anaya at nagrajhomes.com has all the experience to help you find that home in Silicon Valley, despite all odds, with all of the ups and downs. And of course, you are probably facing high competition, multiple offers, all of that. Nagraj can really overcome and help you through it all. So, if you are on this journey, nagrajhomes.com has to be your first stop and the only stop on this journey as well. So that's nagaraj homes.com. So great insight there, Nagraj. Inventory shortage because of all of folks who are already there, not really wanting to sell because they've got the homes at a lower interest rates. And at the same time, this whole influx of I mean, the AI eating up the jobs, AI also paying very high rates, which is impacting the homes as well. So a lot of permutation combinations happening right
Yeah,
there.
right now we don't see this number of job losses, right? It
Yeah.
might, right now we don't see any impact in the home prices as of now. Okay, because even if you're laying off 1,000 people, the number of people who are coming in, see recently what, like new H1 we had would have got 80,000 engineers in around. So there's 80,000 engineers in all US.
Hmm.
Okay, even if you consider 10% coming to Bay Area, right? It's a still 8,000 new engineers are coming to the Bay Area.
Yeah.
So every year.
Yeah.
On top of it, there is other immigrants are coming in from other ways around because of the borders have opened up.
So there were some new numbers from the California Association of Realtors, and they actually showed that the median price for a South Bay home is now 1.8 million, which is a 20% jump in just 1 year, right? And that's the South Bay. And then as of the end of March, the San Francisco, Oakland, Fremont metropolitan area was also the fourth hottest housing market in the area. So all of that points to prices really going up, right? Because listed homes are again selling 25% faster than they did last year. Um, so
Any homes are getting sold, okay, especially in the South Bay. If you're listed for a reasonable price, okay, I was talking about last week also one of the Blossom Mill area was like listed for 1.2 million. Last
mm,
comparable was 1.3, but it sold for a 1.4 million. That's an 100K more on the list price, or no,
mm,
close to 200K more than the list price, 100K
yeah.
more than the last comparables. That's 8% more. That is also in the busiest street in the Blossom Hill. Okay, Blossom
Mm,
Hill is considered the busiest street
yeah.
because it connects to a freeway, correct? So even that areas are we are seeing in, because what's happening in the trend wise, right? For example, a lot of people in the Almaden side. Almaden is an expensive neighborhood. Since the Almaden, a lot of people can't reach to a 2.5, 2.3 million. They typically is going to a Blossom Hill side, 95123
Oh,
zip codes.
okay.
95120 zip codes, you can't afford it because it's too expensive already. It's a 2.3, 2.4. So
Mm,
any homes in 95123 which are getting listed now. So that is like, even if it's listed to 1.65, 1.64 millions, the homes are getting sold for close to a 2 million.
mm,
That's
okay.
that's around 350K to a 400K homes,
Okay.
which is used to a comparables was over 100K, because a lot of fear of missing or FOMA, correct?
Mm,
Because of that, and people don't care. 100K is now is okay. If the interest rate drop, we can go and refinance it later.
yeah.
And lot of these homes are like going below appraisal, whatever it comes in, like
Mm-hmm.
appraisals means more than the appraisal. Like for example, if appraisal is coming to maybe a 1.8, but you need to be putting more than 100K, 150K more than that. That's what we are noticing in these trends around.
So in all of this, tell me, like, why does, it's always they say location, location, location. So why does location matter in all of this?
That's a great thing, right? Like let me start with a couple of examples.
Yeah, and before you do that, let me again give out the number for folks if you're trying to jump into this conversation with your thoughts on what the real estate market means to you at this point and how you're trying to navigate through it all. 408-912-5038 is our number in the studio. So looking forward to have you join us. Yes, Nagraj.
See, I think couple of things, right? Like the prices, for example, last year in the Gilroy area. Okay, let's talk about during COVID times first. In the COVID times, we had noticed a lot of people moving into a Lathro, a lot of people moving
Hmm.
into Gilroy and everything. Even my clients around in Gilroy, they paid like what, 50K, 60K homes. More
Hmm.
than the list prices. So especially the Eagle Ridge areas, Gilroy's, where like it depends on when you bought it. Okay, if
Yeah.
you bought it beginning of the COVID, then you might have paid very less.
Hmm.
But during the mid of the COVID, right, like you would have paid mostly higher prices in around. But when you're selling in around right now in the Gilroy, so
Hmm.
you're noticing almost an 100K loss
Oh,
from the last
okay.
2 years. Okay. The Gilroy market has been completely kind of slowed down now.
And why is that?
It's because of the commute to the office. And
Hmm.
101 is like when you start from 3 to 7 or 3 to 7:30 p.m., you can't touch the 101. Okay.
Hmm.
It's so busy a street.
Yeah.
So, but other way around, if it's like basically a Pleasanton around, okay, you have already seen the how the Pleasanton and San Ramon, Dublin, even the Fremont, all these places especially are picked up. And one more, I think the winner in this city is a Livermore. Okay,
Hmm.
Livermore has sustained and grown up more during the COVID and still growing up Livermore wise. Okay,
Oh, okay.
nobody had thought the Livermore homes would be going so much
Yeah. Yeah.
because the schools are really done there. all the
Mm-hmm.
schools, all the basically ranking wise has gone up very well. So
Mm-hmm.
because of that, Livermore has done really well, and Sandemont Dublin was already doing in good, but because of the all the COVID started and everything, the prices have gone to a peak,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't find any good homes less than 1.6, 1.7. I'm talking about a average 1500 square footage, 1700 square footage around.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
in that
when we're talking about, all of these homes and, the $1 million being the base really. So if I have today $500,000, where can I buy here in the
that's
Bay Area?
I think you can't buy anywhere. I think you need to be going after. You can even the Lathropes are nothing in the 500 case. In newer constructions, you can't go for it. So only place you can go for is a Clovis. The Clovis, lot of newer constructions are coming up, which is selling for 520, 530K.
Hmm. And
Oh,
Clovis is where?
it is after Stockton, okay, near to
Oh,
a
wow.
Fresno, closer
Okay.
to a Fresno. But still, a lot of people are buying in Fresno areas
Hmm.
because you can still rent it out for a 2,900, $2,800 for a month.
Yeah.
So in that way, the Clovis is Clovis around uh, that areas are still it's an affordable. You can still find something in a Tracy. You can still find in a Mantica,
Okay.
but it can't be a newer construction. If you're attached to a newer construction, forget it. You can't get it. Okay.
Yeah.
If you're okay with 1,300, 1,400 square footage, so maybe you can still think as in a Lathrop, or you can still look around in the Mantica around, you can still look around in a Tracy around.
Mm-hmm.
But 500K, 600, so like basically we might get a condos 650 in around here.
Oh, okay.
But only thing the 650 ranges, what you is like basically might be HOA is the one which is like we normally don't like it. It is a 550 to a 600 to a 650. And one more thing is that 600 or 650 can't be always in the control. It can go up always. In some
Mm.
of the condos in Evergreen around, there is like 55 plus communities. It's are like basically the HOA is close to $1,000 now.
Wow. Okay.
The HOA fees are like basically controlled in two ways. One is like because if the community needs some upgrades, at one time the HOA will ask all the homeowners to pay you like few thousands of dollars,
Mm.
or the gradually they increase depending on the funds the HOA has it. So
Yeah.
whenever you buy the house in the HOAs, so you need to look for the HOA funds, how much they have, how much well reserves they have. If they don't have enough reserves, then basically they're going to increase the funds in some coming days because they need to keep up the HOA.
Yeah.
Means
Mm-hmm.
maybe they need to do a roofs. Maybe they need to relay the streets around,
Right. Right.
some maintenance around.
Mm-hmm.
So because
Yeah.
of that, that's why whenever you buy HOA related, look for the funds they have in around.
Mm-hmm. Lots of great tips right there, folks. If you are also enjoying this conversation, of course, we're talking to Nagraj Aniya of nagrajhomes.com. He's an expert in the Bay Area market. He's got his pulse on the market. He brings a wealth of knowledge on local communities, on the current market conditions, on the home buying and selling process, as you can judge from our conversation, and of course, striving to provide you that knowledge that you need, which is sought after, really handhold you through the process. So reach out to him if you're thinking of embarking on any aspect of real estate. He is your go-to person right there. And of course, we're taking questions. Nagrajhomes.com is where you want to go. Nagaraj homes.com. You can also connect with him on WhatsApp right there on the website as well. And if you haven't already, you need to like, share, and subscribe to his YouTube channel, because that's where he's really prolific and current on everything that's happening in the Bay Area real estate. And week to week, during the course of the week, also he's coming up with a lot of content that can really help you as you navigate this journey. So like, share, and subscribe Nagraj Anaya on YouTube and on Instagram too, Nagraj.
Yeah, Instagram too. And coming back to our question, right? Like the
Yeah.
500K. See, whenever you do a 500K investment, don't think about just do a normal kind of an investment. See
Mm.
the potential what it brings in. All these newer constructions may be like, as I told you, like Clovis or Elk Grove. Okay. See the square footage around, see the lot, look around what might be the possibilities in the Fresno areas. So, or even the Stockton. I was talking about even the Stockton some time back, like where you can buy a duplexes or a multiplexes around. So you can rent it out.
Mm.
Okay. So,
Mm.
but as an investor, you need to be always setting up a goal for the long-term plans in around.
Yeah.
Or otherwise, like even for a 350K, 400K, we do see some lands and around, like maybe in a San Jose, we do see the lands. But only problem with that lands are the slow plans. What you can do, you can't do anything in the slow plans.
Yeah. Right. You don't
So
know when they're going to slow plan, meaning they're not
the city
developed
might
yet.
not give us a permit to do anything there.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You basically
Okay.
you can go stand and there, take some photos and come back. That's what you can do with a 350K, 400K.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. Or like I was helping out one more client, like he wanted to buy a commercial property around like 1.4, 1.3 million range. So we are helping him to buying around in a Tracy areas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you can get around 4,000 square footage. And one more thing is like motels, somewhere, something closer to a Tracy around, or like after the Tracy around, like you get a motels for a 3 million. They typically have around turnaround around up to a 600K, 550K around turnaround.
Yeah.
And after the expenses, it might be net income might not be much in case of a motels if you're buying in, but you're buying a huge property and it's like basically next to your freeways you buy it. If you have
Mm.
more dollars to invest, maybe you can find a motels, and if you can maintain it, that might be a great asset also.
Yeah.
That is after Tracy, you get it like the 3 millions and 3.5 millions. This was
Mm-hmm.
a great thing, like this motel which I was checking in and I was showing to one of the client, it was close to 3.2 million.
Yeah.
And since seller was very much motivated, he was okay to sell it for a lesser price also. I was looking when you're buying any businesses, what you need to be looking is like basically how much income they get it, how much is the expenses is it, and the third thing is like the net income, how much is the final net income you get it, because in the businesses that's what is very important, and that is where the loan also is qualifies. In case of the loans, right, like if you have done the business from last 2 years, 3 years, there's a very good programs for the SBA 504 loan programs. SBA
Mm-hmm.
504s are like usually you get it for a 6.4 right now. Basically they do a two loans in that 15% down is minimum you need to be, you can do a still 10% for
This
a
is for commercial real estate.
commercial. Okay.
Mm.
If you're already doing some business, like basically you're in a, you want to buy some
Mm.
restaurant in places, or if you want to buy some motels around. Okay, you already have some experience. You can do it with a 10% or a 15% down.
Yeah.
10 to 15%. This SBA 504 is a very good loan program because they do a rates are very good. Typically, it's like 6.4. Right now is around 6.4 is what is going on. So
Mm.
they would divide this 85% into two. So one would be around close to 6.875, but the other one would be a 6.45. So that is the businesses if somebody wants to buy, or like if they want to buy a place to run the business.
Yeah.
Commercials.
Right.
But you
Mm-hmm.
can find something around 1.5, 1.7 to 1.8. Even in South Bay, you can find it. Recently, one of my client closed in a Santa Clara for a 1.5 million. Okay,
Yeah.
it's just doing a 15% down.
So there is possibility
There's
right there.
possibilities. Only thing is, and I think we need to quickly touch upon about the buying versus like renting out in the Bay
Mm.
Area,
Yes.
especially because the in case why do you need to buy still when the rates are so high, correct? Because it doesn't make sense, because renting you can do it for what $3,000, $4,000. Then
Yeah.
you'll be seeing
Because this
something.
recent report actually talked about renting being still cheaper than buying across most of the US and, of course, the notoriously expensive Bay Area. So
I think
that
there's
is a
some section
question
of
to
people
most
who
people.
listen.
Yeah.
I think there's some section of people might be listening also. They might be also thinking, why this guy itna pay kar raha hai, right? Like, how is it making sense for them to itna pay karna hai, right?
Correct.
Reason is like basically investment is a potential, like especially in the Bay Area, if you've seen as appreciate significantly. That's what we had seen. Like recently, in the beginning of the show, you also mentioned how the home prices have gone to 1.85
Mm.
now.
Yeah.
The second thing is the equity building. Okay, on top of the cherry cake is like kind of a tax benefits देता है उसमें. Okay, up to
Mm.
750K interest rate, whatever you pay, that you can claim around, and
Yeah.
10,000 of the property. It again depends on what kind of a tax income bracket
Right.
you guys are in. Okay, on top of the cherry is a stability और control मिलता है आपको.
Mm.
आप रेंटल में आप सोच रहे हो लाइक मे बी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है आपका, लोअर अपफ्रंट कॉस्ट है, नो मेंटेनेंस. अब when you are getting something good thing, right, nothing comes for free, or nothing comes for
Yeah.
a fun for you.
Right.
You need to be hard working for that. That is where the buying plays a.
But the benefit really outweighs
Okay,
the cost.
but if your payments are difficult, you can be a creative. That is where you can buy a duplexes,
Mm.
or you can buy a single family home. If you have a 3 bed 2 bath or bed, you can share with somebody else. You get some income for that.
Mm. Yeah.
But you're thinking right now is renting is thoda kam hai, because it doesn't make sense even for 1 million ka. Abhi payments are close to $5,000, right?
Yeah. That
Depends
is
even
a
how
lot.
much down payment you're making in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It first is you need to decide, like, the biggest mistake is they do is like as soon as they come to US is move some funds to India,
Yeah. Yeah.
buy something there. Then later after 3 4 years we decide, oh God, I should have bought something here.
Here.
It is the safer.
Correct. Yeah.
I to miss the boat. So
It's
that
always better to buy something where you are than there in
it
India.
depends on the situations, family situations, right? But you need to be like kind of a thoughtful what you are doing in,
Mm.
and what is your long term goals.
Yeah. Yeah.
ज्यादा
Right.
लोग बोलता है like I'll go back, but we have seen how many people have gone back, right? Unless the things have changed.
Correct. Nobody really goes back as such.
आप
But
कितने
anyway, lots of
yeah,
thought-provoking questions right there, and great to really talk about all of this. And thank you, Nagraj, for bringing all of this to the platform, really. And folks, Nagraj Homes is where you want to be. Yes, Nagraj.
and all these recordings would be uploaded in my Nagraj Annaya's channel. Do watch out, and if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. And easy to do is nagrajhumi.com. Click on a WhatsApp icon and easily be connected to it.
Correct. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us. Thank you, Nagraj. And until the next time, this is Vijay Lakshmi for Real Estate Roundup. Keep listening to Poly 92.3 FM. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you.
Thank you.